wabarakatuh to all AINU FM listeners out there. How are you guys feeling? I hope you guys feeling very well because don't worry, tomorrow is the weekend. We have 2 days off, so fighting everyone because this week about to come to an end.
Yes, true. By the way, happy Blessed Friday, everyone. I hope you guys can feel the pure bliss from the atmosphere because Jomam Baraka, right? So first of all, we would like to inform you guys that you guys are already in our zone, right?
Yeah.
So it is Warzone show where people wish and we grant. But first of all, we would like to introduce ourselves. I'm DJ REEM.
And I'm DJ AINU. Reem, do you think that we are missing someone here?
Yeah, there is something wrong, right?
Yeah.
We feel like incomplete, right?
I know, if because DJ WAWA is not here.
Yes, right? So, it's like we don't have it here because today she's having a family emergency today, so we won't have it here today. I hope everything just goes well for her, right?
Inshallah.
Yeah. So we will be back, 3 of us, inshallah, next Friday. Yeah. So we can say like what is our topic for today, right? I know.
Okay, so today our topic is chasing your dream.
Yeah, chasing dream, right?
So what is your first impression when you heard about that topic?
Oh gosh. I don't know. Maybe I can call it like life because dreams is life. You can't just live your life without dreams, right? So yeah, this simple.
Yeah, I agree. I believe that we all have dreams to achieve, right? But in order to achieve, it's never going to be easy. We have to face the ups and downs, and what the wise man said, if you want the rainbow, you need to deal with the rain.
Yes.
So we must deal with the harsh situation, but sometimes we also can feel the sweetness of it.
Yeah, true, Aini. Sometimes the pain, we had to go through it actually. The reason why we kept on going, it's actually the motivation. So today we will share with you guys about how to achieve our dreams by sharing information and knowledge through our conversation. We will impart you some knowledge while learning ourselves how to be better and progress further.
Yeah. We hope in today's episode we can share and use this information to make use in the future, inshallah.
Yeah, okay, now the time has come. This is the part where people are actually waiting and dying for. Our guest today is a very elegant, beautiful, and soft-spoken lady.
Not only that, Reem, she is also a book
writer. Yeah.
Book writer. She has written more than 8 books. The most popular ones are titled Si Romantik yang Sudah Mati, Apabila Pesawat Bertemu Bulan, Mimpi-Mimpi Nomad, and the latest one is Sunset 1989.
Wow, that's a lot. It sounds amazing. No, the last one maybe. But there is romantic things, right? In one of her book. Romantic, is it romance?
Yeah.
Right? Alright. So that's not all of it, guys. She's also a poet, speaker. She had been in UAE before. This I'm sure because she was there, I believe, a year ago for an event called Mati, which collaborated with what we said?
Makhluk Seni.
Yeah, Makhluk Seni. There is more. She's also representing Malaysia for Global Forum of a young diplomats in Russia.
Yes, true. I believe we have more to talk about our guest achievement, but before going further in details, one by one, let us introduce our guest, Miss Ashikin.
Hello, I'm good.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, beautiful DJs. You guys are so lucky to have beautiful DJs.
We are lucky to have you here today.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm for a meeting just now.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was in rush, and I really like the weather today.
Yeah, true.
Compared to because it has been hot.
Yeah.
The whole week, last week as well.
Yeah.
It's good to have a bit of.
So
and the water is
rain.
back. The water is back.
The water?
Are you guys affected here?
No.
Because there's.
I heard about it.
Yes, water cut supply.
Yeah.
So it has affected my ear. And I actually took a shower at the mosque. Yeah, that they allowed me. And I'm so glad it's back today.
Yeah, true. I heard about it and then I forgot about it because we do have water in our building, so I didn't care about it that much.
I'm sure that you guys are so lucky.
So, sudah makan?
Yes. Yeah, I've already had my lunch. How about you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, but it's just because we would like to hear that our guests is, come to us with a fully tummy and happy face,
Yeah.
So food is important.
I'm definitely happy to be with you here.
Yeah, we're very happy to have you here today. So we're having break, like a few minutes of break, and then we'll come back
Yes.
with you.
Let's
Okay,
be
sure.
first.
Yeah.
Okay. So stay tuned.
Hi guys, welcome back to our humble show, Where Zone Show, where people wish and we grant, right? So before we proceed with the question to Miss Ashikin, right?
Ashikin, yeah.
Right, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So we have a set of rules for you.
Okay.
It's just we have a couple of questions coming on.
All right.
So if you feel like you don't like the question or you can't answer it, just
Okay.
buat a new
I was
sound
pretending that I'm
like
ready. Okay.
Alright. So basic question actually. We for sure we would like to know you better. So can you describe yourself to the listeners? How would you describe yourself?
I think as a person, I'm a very practical person. I
Can
currently am a book author and I'm working with a Singapore education technology company called Little Lives. We are in 7 countries at the moment, but I'm working as an explorer for Malaysia market. We explore the ones in southern, northern, and also central. So, but my main job is to take care of the centers and clients in Kuala Lumpur. Yeah, so basically, my job, and I mean both of them, I consider writing as a job as well.
Yeah,
because I have
of
to do
course,
constant engagement with the readers and others. Say for instance, this weekend I'm going to Kuantan to meet the readers over there and to just get to know them more. So basically, I think both of my jobs require me to travel a lot. To be in a lot of different places, so that's how I grew to be a practical person.
Yeah.
So including how I wear,
Experiences.
what I read, the things that I use are always the same thing. So I would describe myself as that, as the first thing. Second, I think I appreciate family, friends, people around me, my publishers, my colleagues, all of them. I really appreciate them. I think they mean a lot to me. And whatever achievement that I've achieved is not just based on myself. It's because of their support as well. So I think I would describe myself as that too.
Two points.
In that two character.
Yeah.
Character and traits. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, she's so amazing.
Yeah, she is.
I'm like hiding behind curtains now, but there's no curtains.
So we were basically talking about that before. It's about your university study,
Or actually,
And
you are a
your
full-time
job.
writer.
yeah, as a writer.
How is it? Or,
Yeah.
As a writer, at first, I didn't expect to publish a book. I think everyone will say that, which is true. Because, and it's the best way to look at things. Because if when you start writing and you already think about being out there, being known, or people like your book or anything, then you wouldn't go that far, because then you wouldn't give yourself rooms to like improve and learn. So I think that's the first thing that is the most important thing. To be a writer, you have to have that hunger for knowledge, to know more things and to explore things before you write about something. So that it wouldn't, it's okay to be based on imagination, but most importantly, if you can go through something first, go through that thing first, and study about every aspect of it, then you are able to actually share it out there and be more precise about it. It's amazing because I remember during my first year in KL International Book Festival, there were people who came and asked for signature and other things. So like, I was a bit stunned, like, okay. This is weird, because usually you just sign a official document for your work and stuff.
Foreign stuff.
And then and then the second year it grew bigger, and then there were people from Johor, Singapore, and I think Terengganu, all those far places. So I'm like, I was really, I appreciated it, and I'm like, I couldn't believe it. Like, okay, how much books have brought me, like, to meet these wonderful people. And then the third year now, there were more people at the book festival, because during the festival is where you see the writers meet, and you see the writers and the readers and other people right over that. So you see the numbers grow every year. So that's the most amazing. But meeting new people, and sometimes you don't even thought about reaching out to people
exactly.
beyond Malaysia. Because my books are mostly, at first it was mostly in Bahasa.
That's the point.
And then after a while, I learned how to mix it and to make it more like a conversations, like how we speak. Because I'm a writer of this generation, and in 20 years to come, if I exist or I don't exist, at least people would know that I'm representing this generation.
So how old are you?
I'm 29 years old.
29?
I'm actually 29 years old.
Still young.
I like...
And how many books you're writing?
Around 9 of them.
9.
9?
Yeah, 9
Oh my
of them.
god.
Yeah.
So what's motivate you to write?
Motivates me. I think to speak about things, to tell stories. Because when I think I grew up in an environment where you have a say, but sometimes they are not blocked, but because of other considerations, so you have to think before you speak. And I want to be able to explore more about Mormons, people, places, and how are we all connected to one another. I believe that we are connected to the environment, so that's why we have to take good care of the environment, to other people, no matter how different we are. It doesn't matter, because we are all connected in that sense. We are all supposed to support each other in whatever sense that we have. So I think that is the thing that motivates me to write. More than that is to be able, say for instance, if one day I have a child, so to be able to tell her stories.
I was about to ask about that.
To tell her stories about the places I've been to, people that I've met, so that she or he will be able to learn more from me.
So you have started writing since you were a child? I mean, when exactly did you start writing?
Okay, this is a funny story. When I was 11, I wrote a novel.
A novel?
But it was,
oh my god.
It's a full manuscript. But I wrote it in handwritten. So my handwriting is ugly. Like, you can ask my reader whenever when they see my book and when I sign the book, and they wouldn't understand what is it. I got scolded by my publisher. Scolded in a way where, in a nice way, because she said like, she said like she already remind me to like write properly. Because I said, but that's in DNA. So I said something like, oh, I couldn't change my handwriting. So I showed it to my mother. So my mother was washing plates, and she was like, because at the point we just had our lunch together. And then she looked at the first page, and then she said, she gave it back to me. So she said, show me when you learn how to write better. As in handwriting, show me when you improve your handwriting. I'm like, thank you. I don't know where the manuscript, where is the manuscript now? I wish I can find it back. Or maybe someone has thrown it away. So I was 11 when I wrote that. And after that,
so who knows about this story?
My mom. And my friends. So they're laughing about it. So I'm like, I think that was my first official manuscript. After that, I think I wrote a lot of non-fiction stuff because I was learning
non-fiction.
Non-fiction. More on I think on governance, on ASEAN policies, and all those things. And I actually, when I was 12, I actually joined this one competition by, I think, The Star in Japan. So I won that budding journalist award
Wow.
something. I couldn't remember. Yeah, so I think those were the how do I say starting point. But I didn't realize that about the book and whatnot until I was 26. Actually, it was for me. I think it's quite late, but that's why I sped it up. So I just I got the opportunities and a few different publishers. So I'm like, okay, why don't I just go full force? It's okay if I get less sleep or anything. It's fine. Just do it at my own pace. So that's how I started. I think.
But to be honest, it's amazing. The point is, you already had your life orientation from a very young age.
11 years old. Can
Yeah.
you imagine that?
I mean, you already know what you're going to be when you grow up, right?
To be fair, I wanted to be an astronaut.
You wanted to be.
I had 3 ambitions
All right.
when I was small. I still remember because I made a whole list of it. So my first choice is an astronaut.
All right.
Second choice is a diplomat.
All right.
And third is I think is a free preschool owner or something
Oh my God.
for the kids around the world.
How? I mean, you're so specific, right?
Yeah. Yes, and the most amazing thing is you find that astronaut. To be an astronaut, when I went to Russia, I met the space captain.
Alright.
So he told me that we had to take around 141 tests to be an astronaut.
Oh.
And it's only the test. Imagine all these preparations and
Yeah.
all that. And he said, "Oh, come to Russian, but learn Russian first, Russian language
Oh my
first, and
God.
then come to Russia. You can be an astronaut." I'm like, "Thank you. I think it's that easy." Yeah. So I was really specific as a kid. I don't know why. I just don't know why. I think, but from there it's easier to map out what you want to do next. No matter what you learn in school, no matter what people tell you, you know already because you know where you're going. I think that's the most important.
So
thing.
what about those who don't really have that?
Ambition and dreams.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take. Okay, we have 2 kinds of dreams, right? So the ones that we visioned to have in future, and the
Alright.
ones that we have at night.
Yeah.
The ones that we have at night is something that we can't control, but the ones that we look further, that we envision to be who we are in the
Yeah.
future, is something that we can control and we can wish for. We can find those things. So I think that should be the starting point for everyone, because everyone has a purpose and dreams in the
Even-
world, whether they realize it or not.
Yeah,
Whether
this is-
someone guides them,
Yeah.
someone doesn't. So I think, the most important thing is to know that you are able to control your. I wouldn't say destiny; it's a big word because that's, by fate.
Yeah.
You are able to, because you know what are the things that you like, what are the things that you don't like.
Yeah.
And I think if you take those things into account, consideration, you will slowly get there. You
Yeah,
slowly get
yeah.
to where you want to be. Yeah.
So what is exactly your strengthening part? I mean,
Sorry.
strengthening
strength.
part.
I would say strength.
Strength.
Kekuatan.
Yeah.
I see. My strength, I would say, it can be a pro and a con.
Alright.
When I know that I want something, I'm pretty aggressive in that. So I'll strategize things. And that includes, the requirement in my job as well. I think both of it. Because in Little Labs, I'm an explorer. So explorer, you're supposed to explore new market. You're supposed to know the surrounding and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I think my strength in that is I'll not rush into something. I'll strategize first. So I'll see what are the places that I need to go to get information or to get things done. And then I'll see other aspects like, say for instance, when. Okay, so I'll create the timeline. So
Right.
that's very important, the time. Because in order to get to something, you have to prioritize and deliver that priority first before you get to other things. And then the third one will be crossing your milestones. So you have to have a certain milestone to reach
Yeah.
the bigger picture that you want.
Yeah.
So I think my strength is in terms of strategizing, that's one thing, and sticking to it. Meaning sticking to the plan. So if I have that plan,
Yes.
but if there is something that I can't avoid, I'll learn how to actually modify it to suit the situations so that I can get to where that I want to be. So I think that's my first strength. Second is I think the ability to not to combine human touch and also my ambitions and my
Alright.
goals and my dreams. I don't leave out other things. Meaning, I think everyone else is important. My surrounding is important, and there are a lot of things that I can learn. So I shouldn't block people. I shouldn't block to the possibility of knowing more people, to learn more things.
Yeah.
And the third one is the hunger to always get knowledge and learn, because I think a lot of people when they reach to a certain point. And then they don't have other plans, they will remain there. They will remain stagnant, and it's very dangerous for a writer, for a lawyer, or even a doctor, because you need to have that hunger all the time.
Yeah, because it's learning process.
Yeah.
So it never stops. Endless process,
correct.
right?
You need to have that confidence, and at the same time, not feeling stupid, but feeling like you're not enough in that sense. So when you combine those things, it will be very powerful for someone to achieve their dreams. Yeah.
So how you define the confidence for yourself?
Confident is knowing who you are as a person. It doesn't matter your character or your strength or your weakness. You have to admit all.
Yeah.
So even you know that is your weakness, it's fine. Just embrace it, because we are not. I mean, we're humans. We're not perfect. We will always have flaws.
Yeah.
Everyone has that. And doesn't matter if there is someone else who's better than you or someone else who's not less, like you think it's lesser than you. It doesn't matter, because we should always move at our own pace.
Yeah.
So I think that's being confident is knowing who you are and knowing what you are capable to do.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah. And not capable to do, so that other people can help support you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
I
So
think that's
do you mind sharing your biggest fear in your life?
my biggest fear used to be.
Used to be. That means she doesn't have one.
My biggest fear used to be losing someone that I love. Family, friends. And so at some point, I grew, because I was always traveling late. So I created that. It's not walls, but I'm like, okay, I shouldn't be too attached to things, because I'll always leave. I'll always come back and leave again. So nothing stays. So I think because my fear was also to lose someone that I care about.
Yeah.
But now I think I've overcome it. I think after a few years I've overcome it, because I feel like in this world, I mean, I think everything is temporary.
Yeah.
But it's okay to be able to enjoy everything when we have it. So it's very important to appreciate what you have in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
And okay, you can think about the future, it's fine. But no, that's the most important thing. Appreciate the moments, appreciate everyone in front of you, so that you wouldn't have regrets. So that's my biggest fear, actually. Used to be. But now, flying cockroach, you know. No.
I still have it.
Flying cockroach, right? Everyone, you're scared of that too, right? Yeah, flying cockroach. Oh, frog, yeah.
Alright. So let's talk about your writing. You're now having 9 books, right?
Yes.
So is it like novels, poetry, books? Or what kind of writing you usually write?
3 things: novel, short stories, collection of short stories, and prose. But when I perform, people always look at that and hear that as poetry, which I don't mind. I think, but there are differences, I think, between poems and also prose, and I would like to categorize that more on prose, because in poetry you have a certain rules. Literary rules, right?
Yeah.
But I don't really follow that rule. So I prefer writing prose more. Yeah.
So from the 9 books that you have wrote, which one is your favorite and why? From the 9, only one.
Writing book is like how do I say? Books are like babies.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, my book Sunset is in my bag. So I'm like, okay, don't listen to no lah. I think I have 3 favorites. Maybe my first book, Winning Constellation. It's a combination of it's a hybrid of English and Bahasa prose. It's my favorite because when I read it, I'm like, oh, how do I say? It's simple. It's and I'm like, after a while, I hated that book for a while. It's always like that. But they say it's a good thing when you hate your first book.
Alright.
Because then you have learned more and you think that's not enough.
Yeah,
And why
yeah.
is it out there?
Yeah.
But then after that, I begin to love it back. And second would be, I can't choose actually between romantic and also Apabila Pesawat Bertemu Bulan. Maybe Apabila Pesawat Bertemu Bulan. It was my first novel.
All right.
And in that book, I explore the theme of human connection between two people. Not really love relationship between a man and a woman, but it's the concept of having someone else to like be there for you and listen to you and help you grow. And I touched on a bit on the depression issue in that book. And the characters are 2 people. So the girl is a writer. So it was a bit easy for me to write her character because I think I can deep dive into it because I'm a writer myself. The guy is a musician. So both are very talented people, characters. And they're from somewhere. And then they met in Paris. So in that book as well, I explore Paris because I've been there quite a few times. And I explore that and I share that with the readers in that book. And I think Sunset is also Sunset, the latest one.
Yeah.
It was just published this month actually. It's my favorite as well because in that I explore something more than places. So I explore the quantum world. So based on physics.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched Marvel?
Marvel?
Yeah. Captain. Endgame.
There is.
It's just out yesterday, so I watched it. But I'm not gonna spoil.
okay.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna spoil everything. But basically, they have explored as well the quantum world,
Yeah.
and I've explored that before in the book.
So it was relative, right?
I think I was partially inspired by that as well for those films.
Yeah.
But it's between 2 worlds, 2 dimensions. It's not. So basically, Earth and Exiles. So Exiles is like 20 years earlier than Earth. They move in reverse. The world move in reverse, and people from Earth, if they know the right door, they can go back to Exiles. But one thing they cannot do is they can undo things there. But they can replay back their painful memories or other things that they don't want to keep in their head. They can do something about it. They can either turn it into capsules or they can change it with something else on Earth so that it will be erased from their mind. I mean, all those painful memories and stuff. So I like that as well. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you see your novels later on, becoming a story of a film, animation?
There were people who asked me before.
Really?
But for a TV show, I think I'm quite unsure about it because TV show because TV has a certain a different set of things that they consider whenever the story is out there. So sometimes it will change the piece, sometimes it will not.
Yeah.
So I think I take that issue seriously. But for short film as well, in fact, I think I'll be in talk with someone by I think this week or next week for a short film for the novel. But I'm not sure yet where that is going.
I'll
but
be super excited for that.
Thank you.
We need to watch.
I'm excited as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because every time I heard any interesting novel, I just directly imagine it as a film, movie, animation, whatever. But there will be a lot of things will be changing. On some parts,
if
but-
it's for TV drama,
Yeah.
so it'll be a bit different, which is fine. But because I think if I want to go there, then I will write an entirely new piece for that, for TV drama or film. But for a book, I prefer it to stay there in that form. But I don't mind actually short film and film because they wouldn't change so much. Yeah, you get the character or thing too.
So we should keep in tune, right?
Okay, so for you in writing, which side you think is enjoyable? Which side is enjoyable and which side is troublesome for you?
Some people have told me that my kind of writing is a method kind of writing. Meaning, say for instance, if I'm writing about a character, I have to be that thing. Character.
Yeah.
So, when I was writing, so in the Pabila Pesawat Bertumbulan, the novel, right? The character is Aman is a guy and Arya is a girl. So when I was writing Arya, I think halfway through, I got to write the blog, and for some reason I couldn't continue the book, so I actually cut my hair like my muse back then, and after that it all like went well. So, and then when I was writing Arya, I was always constantly drinking apple juice for some reason. But when I switched to the guy character, I was drinking coffee. I'm not even a coffee drinker, but I was drinking coffee every single day while writing it. And thank God, because my parents sent me to a piano school before, piano class before, so I have that music knowledge, right? So when I was writing him as well, I was constantly creating new melodies, simple melodies on piano and other ukulele and xylophone. So I was always playing with that. And when I was writing Arya as well, it has a different vibe basically in that novel. When I was writing romantic, it was because I was a traveler, so it was natural for me because in romantic it has around 33 cities in there. So it's just trying to remember the places, the most significant things that maybe people don't see there. So I was trying to put it out there, and I think that's the most amazing part because you can, like actresses and actors, you can actually deep dive into a certain character and be that character for a while. I think that's very interesting. The not so fun part about writing is I think between novel and short stories, writing novel is harder for me because you have to be patient. You have to like
waiting for ideas.
Ideas. Continuing the chapters when you feel like maybe I don't want to write today, but I say the deadline is soon. I should be able to complete at least until some point. So I don't think in that sense I'm a really patient person when it comes to novel. So that's why I'm like I wasn't struggling to finish it, but I'm like I can't wait to finish this novel. I can't wait to see how it turned out to be. Because sometimes the ending you wouldn't know until you reach that point.
I know a lot of writers and script writers same way.
Right.
So do you imagine even the character shape? I mean
the face. Definitely.
So you already have them in your mind.
No, it will come during that moment when I was writing. It would just flow, and I don't know how that happened, but I would imagine the basic thing. Sometimes for the novel I have mused. So for Pabila Pesawat Bertumbulan, my muse is this one legendary couple from France. So the guy is like our P. Ramlee here. So he's very it's a legend. He's a legend over there. He wrote a lot of songs. He was really known for his unique voice, and he had a wife. So his wife is Jane Birkin. Jane Birkin is, the Birkin bag, right? So it's inspired from her name.
All right.
So she was a model and also a musician. So they did a duet a lot, duet songs and whatnot. So whenever I wanna imagine both of them having conversation, I'll imagine both of them, but more of an Asian version lah. Asian version. So from the character, I will absorb the character that I like in a man and a woman, so just put it in there and try to blend them both in that sense. So for that one, it's quite fun actually to write.
So what do you think about Malaysia on writing industry?
I'll categorize a few things. I think we have a lot of talented writers, really, whether they are discovered or not discovered.
Yeah.
And it's not easy to
true.
to get people to recognize you, because there are like 1,000 books out there.
Yes.
And and how do people know each and every writer?
Yeah.
I have a lot of I think really good writer friends, and I look up to them. The batches before me and after me, or with me, I look up to them as well. But they are full with creativity as well. They are really people who are passionate and really into something that they do, and they believe in their craft. I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Other things, in terms of writing, in terms of the industry, I've heard before that people say that a lot of Malaysians don't read, which I don't agree, because every year when you go to Books Festival, PWTC will be swamped with people, no matter their races, their ages. No, everyone go there and they buy like more than one book. I'm not sure if they read it or not, but I believe that that's the first step for that, to go and to buy books. Okay, the book stayed in the room or in your bag, it doesn't matter, as long as it's there. So that's so I don't really think it's true. I think a lot of Malaysians read. It's just that depends on material, it's either books or online, but I think we do read a lot.
So what
In a
is
sense.
your suggestion, like techniques, strategies for those who don't like reading?
Who don't like reading?
Yeah.
The first thing is always to relate with what you like. So, if, say for instance, you like food.
Okay.
Okay. So, a lot of people, they like to eat food, right?
Yeah.
They eat anything. But maybe you can think that besides eating, we can also learn to cook. We can also learn to know the differences between Malaysian cuisine and Western food or other things. And it's always good to know what goes inside your body.
All right.
I think that can be a good start.
Yeah.
And you can start with reading. When you read, you know the nutritions and other things, and it is much more meaningful to know those things, because we're not robots, we are humans. We need to know whatever that goes inside our body goes outside of our body, and so I think that is one thing, because I used to I didn't hate cooking, but because my mom is really good at it, so I'm like, I'll never be as good as her, so no point trying to cook. But after a while, I find that it's a good way to bond with my close ones, to cook for them, or like to just hang out with them and eat and stuff. And we always talk about things, but if I want to talk to them and I don't know anything, I haven't read anything, so there's nothing to talk about. And a second thing, some people say fake it till you make it, meaning if you don't like reading, just I don't know, just flip out. If you don't like it, you fall asleep, just fall asleep. It's okay, just go ahead.
I tried.
Oh, you tried, and then you fall asleep, is it?
But it's just like, okay, here's the thing. We are exposed to more visual media nowadays, more than before. So it's really competitive things. So I can just go. I prefer reading rather than seeing things in real. So this is the things that I always choose, visual.
Understand?
Things.
Yep. Hence why I also usually in the books I have some visuals in it. Say for instance for the characters, if you see in all covers, so I have so this is a cover of the two characters. So this is Hala and Sunset from different. Hala is from Exiles. Sunset is actually from Earth. So they both meet, and so I put visuals here so that when you read it, you can imagine both of them talking.
That's true.
I think as a writer, I agree with what you said. It's a competition between visuals and others.
Yeah, and that's why many books and novels like turn out to be movies and films nowadays.
So perhaps the writers and other people as well, we have to learn to evolve and to meet halfway. Because I cannot say to you oh, why do you like visual? But you should read words more. I can't say that to you because it's what you like. It's your preference. So we should always meet halfway. Meaning I cannot stick to my opinion and I'm okay, and disregarding other people's opinion. So I think hence that's why I think my publishers and I came with all those ideas for the book. In every book, we actually have a certain visuals. Sometimes we even do filmity. It's like a set of photos inside there, but only based on like few stories in it.
Yeah,
so maybe we
that's
do around
attractive.
around 4, so they can like imagine that, imagine the
Yeah.
characters. Yeah.
All right, one more thing. Is there any English version of your books, or not yet?
At the moment, no, but the conversations are actually always in English. Say for instance in Sorry as well, in Sunset, the based, I think the paragraphs and whatnot in Bahasa, but I realized that I think it wasn't intentional, but most all of the conversations are actually in English. It's just that I understand that because I mean, for them to know what the conversation and whatnot, so they need to read it fully in English, which I think I have a plan for that actually. For my next book, perhaps from my 10th book, it'll be fully in English. I think I'm ready to move forward towards that. Yeah.
So, what is the important thing in writing?
Important thing in writing, there are two things that I think are very crucial to be able to sustain this. I mean, writing books or other things. First thing is to be able to know your voice, and translate it for other people to understand. And second thing would be to not be rigid to a certain rules in literary and whatnot, because at the end of the day, rules are to guide you, but it's not supposed to be the ultimate thing to shape your writing. But for me, the first thing is very important, to find your own voice and to be able to learn to structure your voice, because we all have our own voice that we can speak. We can use to speak to people, but we have a different voice in our head, and that is the most complicated voice. And how do we really learn to put it out there for people to like hear that the same like how we have it in our mind? So that I think around 8 months before writing romantic. I took 8 months. I didn't write anything. I read books. I think I read 1 or 2 books every single day, and I was watching a lot of films. I would listen to a lot of songs, and I tried to avoid reading books in Bahasa and also Indonesian language, because I was afraid that it will like influence my writing, and then I'll be just like other writers. So I wanted to find my own voice during that time. So I was reading a lot books from I think Turkey or France, I think Japan, a lot of those books, and I tried to mold it according to my own. And thank God, I think now I've found my voice, so I try to keep it consistent in every book, so they know that whenever they read my book, okay, so this is from her. Second is I have developed this one, how do I say, mechanics to like accept things that are being said or written by someone else. So I will accept certain things and I'll mute other things. Say for instance, if someone compliment my writing, I will take what is I think it's most accurate or acceptable. Other than that, I'll mute, because then it will make me feel arrogant. I'll feel like, okay. It's enough. I think I'm already a good writer. So those things will deter you from learning. And if they criticize, same thing, I'll only take maybe 1 or 2 points from what they say, and I'll mute the rest of the things. Because I think if I know my thing, I know that that is, it's not that it's not true, but it's opinion, and opinion can be a lot of things. Especially when they don't know you and things like that. So I think 2 things before you write, to be able to learn to listen to your own voice first,
right.
before putting it on paper for people to read.
So we're moving now to Malaysia in a global form of a young lady, right? So tell us about what we call it here. Tell us about the form.
Global form. Diplomat. I think years back when I was when I just graduated from uni, so I was appointed as the chairman for Russia ASEAN Youth Summit. So in that summit, I co-chaired with another colleague of mine during that point, So we were, I think, talking about sustainability, cooperations between the youth in different ASEAN countries and also Russia and other things as well. So in terms of socio-economic and all of other things that actually should be inclusive for all of us, right, as youth. And after that event, I was made an alumni for that. So they constantly send me invitations. So thankfully last year, so I was sent with another two very, very nice and nice and bright young men as well. So another one is the press secretary of Minister of Foreign Affairs, and second one is a diplomat himself. So I think I was the only one from a private company. Because
so this is how they bridged you, right?
Yes, because I was an alumni, so they think that it's good to have me there to talk with others and to brainstorm and to discuss about a lot of things there. When I went there, it opened my eyes about a lot of things. Well, I think we have a lot of bright youth over here. Again, it goes back to the question whether or not they are given chance to explore things outside there, because there are a lot of things that have not been implemented yet here that can be learned from outside of Malaysia. So that's the first thing that I thought. Second, I thought about a few programs that we can manage to design or create for the youth over here. We are still working on it actually. It's just that we haven't had the final thought about it yet. And then other thing is, when we were there were diplomats from 64 countries, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
Yeah. So we had to use all this translator and whatnot in our ears, because for UN language they have around 6 of it. So including Russian language, French, and English, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes some of them wanted to speak in French, so we have to be translated twice. So it has to. But we enjoyed it. We really, and then there were a lot of young people as well as diplomats around my age as well, and younger and older as well. So we all actually discuss in peace, and that's what I like about diplomats as well. They are very calm. I think they need to have that.
Yeah.
They're very calm. They're very helpful. So if you ask about anything, if you don't know about anything, they wouldn't judge you or say, oh, you don't know anything about the world issues.
Yeah.
And I figured that being there makes me open my eyes about giving back things as well. I think we don't need to be someone in society or anything. As anything we can actually, or anyone we can actually give out in small scale, big scale, it doesn't matter. And so material, not the material, everything can be useful for someone out there. So that's my most actually favorite part about going there. Other than that, it was really cold.
Oh, all right.
It was really cool, but I liked it. But it was really, really cold. So I tried to adjust because I think I'm not really good in I don't really good in cold countries. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the flights as well. I had to transit. One, I think 8 hours, right? And 5 hours. But it really opened my eyes about the opportunities that are out there for our youth here, and we should totally try to create more doors for more people to be able to explore. They can learn a lot of things, and they can actually help contribute back to Malaysia in that sense.
Yeah, about exploring. There is one more thing, is about
Little Life Explorer.
Yeah.
We want to know about it. What
Okay.
actually?
So Little Lives is a company that I newly joined. It's a company from Singapore, education technology company for preschools and early childhood centers.
Yeah.
So remember just now I said one of my ambition is to be the
the
preschool
kindergarten,
free. Yeah. So I think more or less is. I'm closer to it
All right.
now. So we have a team in. Our main HQ is in Singapore, and then we have a team in Malaysia, Cambodia, China, Vietnam, and others. And one unique thing about this company is we are all from different countries, right? And then we always have to do online calls and video call. So we had our for Malaysia team, we had our fixed meeting every Monday. So we'll like meet each other virtually.
Yeah.
And we talk about progress and other things, so that we know that, okay, what should we help or what should we seek for? I mean, any help that we should seek from our colleague, so that we can we are able to like deliver our task. So for that, in this company, my inspiration is actually my chief strategy officer. So his name is Arjuna Raj.
Alright.
He's young. He's a young CSO and very talented and inspirational, because he has a lot of energy. During this one meeting, he was sick, so he informed us that, okay, maybe Ash, you should deliver the meeting first, and I'll follow. But then no, he was on fire. I'm like, oh, if this is your energy when you're sick, I don't know when you're well. I don't know how big is your energy. So, and he maintains the relationship with the family, friends, and I'm like, I feel really inspired by him, because as a person himself outside of work, he's also that kind the same person. So it's no different than So I look at it as he wasn't trying to like be something or someone that he's not. So I'm like, I really adore that. And my colleague as well in Malaysia. So we have explorers, rainmakers, and angels. So angels are actually more to support the client and other things. So I think culture is very important in company. I mean, we all get salary, whether it's big or small, or we all have that stress and task in hand. But culture is very important to help you grow in a company, and to be able to learn a lot of things, to shape you as an individual as well. So that you're able, in 10 years to come, you're able to look back and see that, oh, actually I picked the right company, I picked the right environment to be in, because it doesn't make me a less better person. It makes me much more to be a more driven person and whatnot. So basically at the moment as well, we have around 1,000 plus centers using us daily.
Wow.
So imagine the calls that we're getting and stuff, right? So but we enjoy it. We enjoy talking to them and talking to the community of preschools and early childhood, so that we're able to like enhance our system to be a better one for all of them, and also our future potential clients. I really enjoy. I think it's I've worked in some companies before, with some organizations. I would say this is a place where I'm really comfortable to be myself and to deliver in line with what the company, the vision and mission of the company. So basically, that's about Little Lives.
So you're basically surrounded by incredible atmosphere and people.
Yes, I would say that.
So,
I'm really grateful for
actually,
that.
we have come to end of the show.
Okay. Wow.
You know,
Time
we
passed so
realized
fast.
that 1 hour literally is not enough. We were complaining about why it's a very long time, but
it's
not. It's
not,
turned to be
right?
not.
It's not. It's not a long time.
We need to hear about you more.
Thank you.
You know, listen about your ideas, stories more. But it's time to depart, right? I know.
Oh,
Maybe we
that's
can
it.
talk.
Yeah, but it's me and you and her. That's all.
Okay.
So for today episode, we're done with it. Thank you. We appreciate you being here with us. We're very lucky to have you here, to be honest.
Thank you for having me here. I'm very lucky to be here in this really spacious studio, and I look forward to meet all
Very
of you
well
again.
spoke by you.
Yeah.
Every single moment. We would like to have you another time,
you.
inshallah. So today, so guys, thank you for joining us for today. Please stay tuned with us next Friday at the same time and same place for our very last slots, right?
Yeah.
So see you guys there. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.